So anyway, so Rob's saying, we can put out a peace force. Okay, sorry, I had a little interruption there. But anyway, so he says, we can put out this peace force that is, I almost envision it almost like Superman. Like, imagine, okay, a police officer pulls somebody over, to write them a ticket, and there's a peace officer riding in his car, and he sees it, so he kind of maybe pulls over just to make sure everything's going, appropriately, and then afterwards he can educate the person that just got pulled over on the whole thing, and the police know that they're being watched, and they realize, oh, there's one of those guys. I better keep cool, and I better do what I'm supposed to do here, because apparently they've all been breaking the law. The way that they've been behaving, they've all been breaking the law, and apparently they're all liable. So, really, we're holding the cards here. We just don't know it. We all know it instinctively. We know we're the ones doing the right thing. How do we do this? But, Rob breaks it down with all the little details and then puts together this brilliant plan. I think it's just so inspiring. And I'm like, okay, I'd be one of these, Sure, I go through a little course in understanding how it all works, and yeah, I'd love to be one of these, and I would hope, I don't even know what the age limit is. Maybe you only have to be 16 to be one of these. I could see a bunch of people that want their country back would volunteer for this, rather than getting, and this saves you from being drafted into a war. They can't draft a free man, right? You see? Obama's got plans to put everybody to work. Okay, no. Put them to work doing this instead. I don't know if anybody sees this vision, but we all need to catch this vision. And then I think I dropped off on my thought earlier, which I often do, sorry. But back to the idea where he was talking about the law society and how they just figure, since you're not in a society with an actual name, a specific society, they pick you up. Like you're flotsam and jetsam just kind of floating on the water. You need a society to belong to. So they they pick you up and so-called take care of you. Say, okay, you can be part of our society, but hey, we're the bosses. So, that's why Rob has created a free man society. And this thing is growing worldwide. And let's see, I think there are chapters in New Zealand and Australia and UK and, of course, America and Canada and I believe now in Holland. And so, this is spreading globally. And it needs to. It absolutely needs to. It doesn't have to be under his society. You can start your own little society, but, you got to come up with a little name. And I wanted to ask him that, too. How easy is it to just create a little society? He puts up, they create their own little ID cards, which are not government cards. They're just, just for fun, just so, when a cop ask you for an ID. You don't have to get into a huge confrontation. You can almost more engage him into a conversation, a little learning experience for him. It's a much nicer way to go about it, and that's what I love about, Rob's approach. He's a funny guy, and he says, if we're going to take on this status of free man, under God's laws, we have to take on a serious responsibility, and that means we have to, conduct ourselves in the highest moral character. We can't go gallivanting around as cretins, of course. And, we need to be educated. We need to understand how this works. We're not out there to get into confrontations with people. We all know that. I keep saying that, if this comes down to a gun battle, we're not going to win this. We have got to be much smarter about this. And I would think when police officers, as you educate them, and he does this, he educates them, you educate them, they start wanting to be part of you. They're like, yeah, wow, okay, this is better on every level. Yeah, I'm switching out of this. I'm not going to work for these dogs anymore. I'm going to come work with you guys instead. Or they could work as both roles. They could work as police officers, and then they could also work as peace officers for whatever society on their off time as volunteers. So I don't know. I could talk forever, but, I hope I'm sure I made some mistakes. Correct me anywhere that I've made mistakes, anybody. But my purpose here is to start the paradigm shift, to realize that we totally are holding the power. And, people are filing the papers to prove it. No more school loans, no more, foreclosure on the house, no more, again, go check out Mary Croft. But on a much higher level, I like Rob's plan. Although I don't know that he does his own monetary system. I would totally do my own monetary system. I would get out of these banksters' monetary systems totally. And I would create my own, you can obviously just barter with each other, but why not make some currency? And in fact, Johnny Liberty said that during the Depression, there were like 1,000 different local scripts created in the United States, just so people could keep on working and moving. We know that the Depression was caused on purpose. They basically pulled the rug out from under everybody. They pulled the dollar. There's no more lubrication. Everything comes to a standstill. Boom, it just stops. Yeah, because you need that lubrication to keep things moving, keep production going. It's not that the people don't know how to produce anymore. They just don't know how to trade it with each other because, that lubrication is missing. So we better step in because they're going to pull it. We all know they're going to yank it any day now. We better have a backup plan how we're going to do this. I mean, we need to start breaking up into little societies. And you guys know you've heard me talk about Anastasia. It's what she said in the books. She said mankind was intended to live in small societies. It was never intended to live under big government. It was intended to live under small societies, much like the Native Americans. And I got to say, it's like the Native Americans are talking to us or something. They're trying to communicate to us. This is the solution. Yet don't make the mistakes that we made because we did not join together. We fought amongst each other, and that's how we were taken over. So maybe this time round we can be smarter about it. Maybe that's what, this whole thing is about, and maybe in the end we'll be thanking the New World Order and all their madness because it brought us all the way around to where we need to be to truly live as happy, peaceful, sentient souls on this absolutely abundant and gorgeous earth. There is no reason why anybody on this earth should be lacking anything. The only reason is because people come in and stop other people, draw artificial boundaries on the earth or something like that. You may not cross this boundary, to go get water because we drew this line on a piece of paper. These kind of things, that needs to go. Hey, we're all free and we can all live this really wonderful, abundant life. I don't know. It's my vision. I hope you guys go do some research and we got to make this happen some way, one way or another. We got to just start making little societies, little eco-village societies, whatever. That's the solution. So I'm all about solutions. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Please go research this and totally empower yourself. Expect things to just pop off in your mind like you just didn't know. Okay. All right. Bye. Peace.
Rocking and a rolling, splishing and a splashing over the horizon. What can it be? Looks like it's going to be a free country.